Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your Saturday night spiritual sit down. So it is also 4 days away from Christmas. So happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy whatever it is that you're celebrating. Damn, it's the holiday season, okay? So I just want to deliver this message that I got from Spirit, from the Lord God Almighty, from the Most High, from the Divine, from the Creator, from the universe, whatever you want to call that energy, it's up to you, okay? But this is what I was given to share with you and ask you, actually. The question that is on the table is, do you have a plan for 2020? Now, 2019 was the year of expansion. 2020 is going to be the year to lay foundations. So if you want to stick around and find out about your plan, what it is that God wants you to look into, what it is that you need to examine about your life, your 2020 plan, stick around because that's what we're going to talk about. And I got a little something special treat for you that I'm going to do since it's the end of the year. All right? So let's get down into it. All right, so 2020 equals the number 4. If you know about numerology, then you understand. You take all the numbers, you add them up until you come down to a single digit. So 2020 is the number 4. Now, the number 4 in spirituality stands for foundations, grounding, establishing a base, and earthly, how can I explain it? Like earth, grounding, it's material, it's foundation. I don't know how else to explain it to you, but it's like, think of putting things in order. You have to become orderly, grounded, okay? This is the year to set your foundations. Now, 2019 was the year of expansion and growth. Okay, so you probably got stretched a little bit in some areas of your life, some things that probably made you a little bit uncomfortable, or you were given opportunities to explore and to expand into different areas of your life, be it career, be it health, be it relationships, partnerships, and that partnership can be business, whatever. You probably felt some type of growth and expansion in your individual worlds. And now is the time that growth that you went through in 2019, it is establishing a new foundation for you in 2020. So things are going to change, okay? But it's going to lay a base for you to build upon, all right? And that's very important because it's in the areas of the 4s that foundation is going to have to take place. So for example, 4 is the heart chakra. It's the 4th heart chakra, right? So the heart chakra deals with balance, love, compassion. It deals with connections and hope, positive attitudes, self-love, God love. It's all those things that you should be ascending. Remember, this is about your ascension, getting to your higher self, right? So in order to do that, you have to improve your self-love and love for others. 4, again, 2020 being the number 4, starts in the heart next year. So you're going to look at things like forgiveness. You're going to have to grow because in 2019 you grew, okay? You expanded yourself. You should have extended, and now you get to put that into practice. So love, hope, forgiveness, all that comes with that heart chakra space, you're going to be given the opportunity in 2020 to lay that foundation and establish a base for you to work from. All right. So I want to also say with that heart chakra, the color green is very important. That is the color of the heart chakra. So when you think about, maybe that time when if you're feeling like you're meditating and you're praying about forgiveness or love or partnerships, or establishing, thinking of your hope, your dreams, and laying a foundation to build upon, to execute. Okay, because hope is not a strategy. Okay, it's just hope. It's what you're thinking about and what you want. But you have to have a strategy. You have to have a plan in place. So you have to have a ground, a baseline to build upon, all right, in order to execute your plan. So you have to have a plan. And I might be jumping around, but you got to understand, if you don't have a plan, you're just flying by the seat of your pants. It's like the tail is wagging the dog instead of the dog wagging the tail. Isn't that some old saying down south, something like that? But anyway, you get my meaning. It's like you have to be able to think about things in orderly fashion, okay? Because 4 is laying that, and I'm going to keep saying it, foundation. Have a plan. If you don't have your plan together in 2020, things are going to go awry really fast, and it's going to get kind of hectic and chaotic for you, okay? So think about the things that you want to do, write it down, think about what needs to come first, second, and third, what resources you need to have, people, time, places, money, whatever. Get those things in order, okay? Because 2020 is coming, and it is going to challenge you, all right? It is going to test you to see if you have put your ducks in a row, if you have your game plan together, all right? If you have your game plan together, then it's going to go pretty smooth. But if you don't, it's going to be some really hard lessons. And depending on which house Saturn is sitting in your chart, those 12 houses, wherever Saturn is sitting in your house, Saturn is like the teacher planet, okay? And you're going to get taught some serious lessons, and Saturn will stay in whichever house is in, your astrological chart at that time in 2020 during those months for 2 to 3 years. So understand, this is very important because you're laying your foundation for what you're going to experience in the next few years. Okay, so the other thing about the 4s, and I can't even make this stuff up, like just like I was saying, like 4 is the heart chakra. 4 is also associated with Venus, which is love, the love planet. So again, these things are tying in. I've spoke to this all year long, and I'll say it again. Everything is energy and everything is connected, okay? Understand that. So Venus, that planet of, that love planet, that love energy, to love yourself, learn to find your voice, find the things that make you happy, do those things, and think about your dreams, think about the things you need to fix, the things that you need to, make right with people or get right with yourself. Put that stuff in order, because 2020 is going to challenge you in that space, okay? The other thing I want to say about the 4s, again, if you know the tree of life, the Kabbalah, okay? The Kabbalah and 4, the position in the Kabbalah is the Chesed position, which again, I'm telling you, it's about mercy, love, peace, the law, universal law, okay? And universal love, I should say, rather. It's universal love. So not only is it love for yourself, love for your fellow man, but it's universal law. Please pray about people in other countries. Pray about, the less fortunate all over the world. Pray your prayers, yes, for yourself and for your families and your friends, but please think about the other people in the world, okay? There's just so much going on that you have to think beyond yourself. And that again gets to that love portion. Okay, your heart space should be full, and your heart should be full of love for all kinds of people. And I'm not saying you're going to, everything is going to be fixed right away and the whole world's going to be happy and kumbaya, but we have to put that positive love energy into the world. And when you do it as a collective, it sends a bigger message out there to fight the forces that are fighting against such things, because there is another side of this coin that is trying to be adverse, to everything that's positive. So the more people who move forward with positive thinking, the better this world is. All right. And the world it's going to always have its ebbs and flows. Everything has a positive and everything has a negative. It is about balance. Okay. So we have to do our part to keep the positive side going. All right. So it's a flow. It's like the ebb and the flow of the tides. We have to do our part as individuals, as a collective, as a people, to make the world a better place. Now, that said, another aspect of the fours. Fours is also like emperor energy, okay? Emperors, they're the overrulers of the kings and the whole kingdom. So fours are going to again have like a level up. You're going to have to level up, okay? Wherever you are, when you came out of that growth from 2019, or if you had some experiences or you didn't have some experiences, 2020, you have to level up, all right? So you have to grow from immature thinking and immature experiences and actions to more solidified type behavior. This is the year, 2020 is the year to do that, all right? You have to look at things differently, have a different perspective, think outside the box, think about things more maturely, okay? And for those who are looking for that partner, love, relationships, you're going to have to level up. You cannot get emperor energy out of a page or a prince, all right? You have to understand who you are and fix you first before you can do anything for anybody else. You have to love yourself first before you can love another person. You have to level up yourself, and then you can level up with somebody else. And if you're in that space where you are, maturing your thinking, you have to find somebody that's equal to you, okay? A king cannot be a prince, and a prince cannot be a king. If you want a king, stop looking at princes and pages, okay? Same thing. If you want a queen, stop looking at, pages, women, the little immature ones, or just the thinking is immature. If you're mature in your thoughts and actions, you want to be with somebody who's mature in their thoughts and actions. Regardless what they got, regardless of what they look like, you want to be equally yoked, okay? So level up yourself, level up who you're dealing with, and have the expectation of empresses and emperors. Okay, so keep that. If that's what you want, then you have to be on that frequency, and you have to be on that, vibration to bring that kind of person in. If you're not, then you're just going to bring in somebody who is lower level vibration. All right. So what else about the fours? The fours are also associated with Archangel Raphael, the Archangel of healing. Okay, so there are things that need to be healed within yourself and around you in order for you to get the most out of 2020. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to that, because what I actually did a prayer and a meditation to find out 3 areas for the collective to think about and look at what healing needs to occur in your life, Okay, so I'm going to come back to that and share with you guys the messages that I got and the visions that I got, and actually tell you these 3 areas that hopefully some of you are either, you're working on or you need to work on, and that it'll resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate for you, then it just wasn't meant for you. All right, so let me get 2 more out actually. 444, the 4s, okay? 2020, the year 2020, it's about 4s. 444 is an angelic number. That means the angels are surrounding you right then in that moment, okay? If you start seeing 444 frequently, triple digit numbers, that's one way angels communicate with human beings, okay? So 444 is their way of assuring you that they're there to help you, and they are reassuring you of their love. Okay, so as you are praying and meditating, and even in just, you're not praying and meditating, you're just moving around and you start seeing 444 in the clock, or 444 in your car, or 444 in the job or in the store, just know the angels are right there with you. So say a quick prayer, because they're listening and they're in your presence at that moment. Okay, whatever your thoughts are, they are listening and actually literally in your space at that moment. So be careful of your thinking. Try to keep your thoughts positive. If you are having negative thoughts, then let that be a prayer that they help you remove that negative thinking and move you to a more positive, place in your mind and in your heart, because thoughts always occur first before actions take place. So if you're thinking negative thoughts, you're going to behave in some kind of negative fashion, be it words, be it actions, okay? So try to keep your try to keep your thoughts positive. And if you see 444, ask the angels in that moment to help you, okay? Because they're literally right there with you. All right. The other one is dominion. So angels exist in a hierarchy. There are 3 choirs, okay? In the second choir, there are the dominion angels. Each choir has like a certain number of different types of angels. So anyway, the second choir has the dominion angels, which they are responsible for your true spiritual self, okay? Okay, remember, this is our spiritual sit down, so this is different than religion, all right? Religion is your practice and your rituals. Spirituality is how you connect with the divine in the ether space, okay? So anyhow, the dominion angels in that hierarchy, they bring joy, peace, and love into the world. Do you hear the theme of these 4s? Everything is about peace, love, joy, foundations, base, grounding, okay? Grounding in that love space. Because when you ground yourself, so much more can be experienced because you're grounded. You're not flighty. You're not all over the place. You're not like unsure. Okay, you're not fearful. You're solid. You have the strength and the courage to move forward with your your endeavors and your objections, the things that you want to accomplish in life, right? So those are. Oh, and I got one more. Sorry, the 4th house. So there are 12 houses in astrology. Okay. And the 4th house deals with home, family, again, foundations, and it's the female energy, that feminine energy. Is the nurturing parent, which also can be men, okay? Ladies, men, don't get twisted. It's an energy, okay? So the nurturing parent, being able to, again, you nurture by love, you nurture by giving, okay? These are not takers, all right? Takers are not very mature in their heart space, okay? And again, that gets back to pages and princes, and you need emperors around you. Okay, so the one thing that I wanted to get back to, that I told you I had a little something extra for you at the end of the year regarding moving into 2020 with the fours. Okay, laying these foundations, looking at what you need to heal, because when you're healed, things change, man. I mean, it's like when you're healed and you feel solid in yourself, confident, you feel assured, so it changes things. But anyway, I did a meditation, I did a prayer, and I asked God to reveal to me what it is that the collective needs to heal from and work on. And 3 things came up. 2 of them are kind of related, but the first one that came up was about improving your health. There are this category is going to fall into, like I said, some of you it may resonate with, and some of you it may not. But there are some of you who have situations that you don't feel reassured about with your health. And he's saying you have to, again, ground yourself in earthly things, like more natural foods. Look at your foods that you're eating. More plant-based foods for some of you. Maybe you need to move away from the heavy meats. More greenery. Okay, more green type foods. And some of you may be planting gardens. Maybe some of you want to plant a garden, or you've been thinking about planting a garden, and you feel like the foods in the grocery stores aren't giving you the nutrients that you need. So if that is what you've been thinking about doing, go ahead and move forward with that if you feel that will help improve your health. Okay. For that group, you also have a spiritual guide who watches over you. Okay. It's like you have some ideas, like pie in the sky ideas, or you think it's pie in the sky ideas, like maybe you don't think it's going to come to fruition. Stop doubting yourself. It will. Okay. And especially like if you're trying to improve your health, it's some of you who have been thinking about doing things to improve your health and improve the health of others. Go ahead with that idea, because you are spiritually being guided to do that. Okay. And it's going to gain you a positive outcome. All right. So, but you're going to have to, again, lay that foundation. You're going to have to set the ground root, make sure it's rooted well, and it will prosper you. Some of you feel like you have this idea, but you feel chained or shackled to your daily routines. Okay. It's like you see something off in the distance that you want, but you feel trapped or chained or bound or to some things that you feel like you can't accomplish. 369. It may take you 9 months, 9 weeks, but put that plan together for that idea, okay? And know that you're watched over. There's a very how can I explain? There's a very spiritual angel well, an angel will be spiritual, but there is a unique type of angel, I should say, who will guide you. Okay. And this particular angel, it moves swiftly, but yet it stays grounded. So you may experience things happening very fast, but at the same time, because of the fours, they want you to write it down, like write it down, make a plan, make it solidify, make it stick. Okay. Work on it. You're going to have to work on it. And the more you work, the more you will free yourself from feeling like you are chained to some type of way, this doubt that you have, that you can't make this happen. Okay. So all of that is about improving your health. And some of you just need to improve your health and not, I don't know, it's not about the garden, it's not about the idea, but it is about getting outdoors, get outdoors more. Stop to smell the roses. Some of you just too busy. You're not taking the time to enjoy life. So slow down, okay? This next group of you, what the Lord wanted me to tell you is like, give your cares over to the angels, okay? Or to God, or to Jesus, or Allah, or Buddha, whoever it is your spiritual guide is, okay? You have to release your fears. There are some of you who are fearful about aging parents, like your parents are getting older, and you're worried about what's going to happen to your parents. You're also worried about how you're going to take care of your parents. You're also worried about how one parent may or may not continue to live like their fruitful life if the other parent is no longer in the midst. And these are older parents, so I'm thinking like when he's saying that, it's like if one parent passes on, you're worried about what the other parent what will happen to the other parent and your involvement with that parent. The angels will guide you through those situations, but you have to be willing to let go of that fear. That fear is going to hold you back. And some of you are like, in dealing with that situation, you're being too logical and not enough heart in it as well. So it's like you're doing the actions right, but you're doing it just to be doing it. Like you just, I gotta go do this with my mom and my dad. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? And you're not taking the time to really enjoy what you have. Your parent is still alive. Your parent is still, living. So whatever their capabilities are, slow down and appreciate them. Like right now, you're acting like a warrior. Like everything is so cut dry, and you're doing a lot of thinking. You may even be doing overthinking. Okay, and you're thinking so much, you're missing the emotional aspect behind it, and you're like you're letting your thoughts rule you with your parents. Like you're not appreciating your parents. I hate to say that, but that's kind of what the message was. The other thing about that group of people, you're also in a position to do this. Like you have all the tools you need to do this. So why are you fearful? What are you fearing? What are you fearing? You have the skills, you have the knowledge, you're engaged, but you're fearful. So whatever those fears are, release that to the angels, okay? And whoever is not dealing with elderly parents, if you also have fears, release your fears to the angels or to your divine and let them help you, okay? Don't feel like you're in this all by yourself, because you're not. Trust me, you're not. But you have to take that first step, and then they will meet you halfway, okay? But you have to call angels in. I've talked about that before. You have to call them in. You have to call the divine in. If you're not calling them in, then, and you go about this by yourself, you're not going to be as successful. And it's not going to happen as quickly as it could. So call your angels in. All right. The last message was for a group of people where the Lord said to expect a miracle. And again, this is around health. There are some of you who have been dealing with health issues, and the report, I guess, has been a length of time where you were dealing with a situation, and now that situation has come to an end and it has been restored for you, like the health has been restored. Like you've been working with the doctors. It may even been with your children, okay? Like parents are talking to the doctors, and it may have not necessarily been you. It could have been your child or a close friend or a close relative to you that was dealing with a medical issue. Just know that I think that the healing has already occurred. It's two things. The healing has already occurred, and you should be grateful. Okay, so make sure that you continue to say your thank yous. And then the other set of that group of people, it's like there's a situation occurring with either a young child or female, or it could be female energy, and think of the end as though it has already happened. Okay, like expect the miracle, because there are going to be some of you that miracle will happen. And there are 3 angels around you. There are 3 angels watching over this situation that you're dealing with. So make sure that you're praying to your divine. And there's somebody who might be having problems with their head. Headaches, maybe. Migraines, maybe. Or sleepless nights. Too much thinking. Something's going on with their heads. For those people, I don't know why I'm being told this, like a clear crystal quartz, put that under your pillow. Put that under your pillow and see if that helps. Like pray your prayers for this situation that you're dealing with. Expect the miracle. Thank the 3 angels who are around you. And make sure when you're talking to the doctors, I see parents talking to the doctors, so make sure that you're asking your questions. Don't let the doctors out talk you, or some doctors are not, they're kind of brushing you off and you feel like you have more questions or you want to say something else. Get that doctor's attention and speak your piece, okay, in a nice way. Don't curse nobody out, but just make sure that you keep open communication with the doctor. You will get your wish fulfillment, but you have to stay balanced. So some of you might be getting too emotional because of this situation, because again, like I said, it might be dealing with a child or a close relative or a female, like your partner or a friend. But try to stay grounded. Don't let the emotions carry you off, carry you away. Some of you are thinking that this is happening because some bad, like juju, spirits, bad karma, the devil, adversity. You know how people say, oh, the devil, whatever. Just know that the universe is bigger than that, okay? Good always wins. Love always wins. Again, love always wins. Good always wins. Regardless if it's in this lifetime or the next, it always wins, okay? And you will find contentment And it's something about fish. What's going on with the fish? Maybe this happened with somebody who was pregnant. Aquarian energy also. Aquarian energy. So maybe in 9s. 8s and 9s. So maybe 8 to 9 months. Aquarian energy. So that's, when is Aquarius energy? When is Aquarius? February? So maybe like in February, there might be some changes with this situation in February. So keep a lookout for that. Don't let your fears, okay, don't let your fears about what you think has caused this and why take over expecting the miracle in this situation. Keep your thoughts positive, okay? And then for everybody with this message, some of the changes that you have to go through to get this foundation may take you out of your comfort space, your comfort zone. All right? And it may be very difficult for you. Some of you might be stuck in your ways and you're not really willing to change, but again, whatever foundation you're laying, man, that thing is going to stick. So a new beginning is going to happen because 2020 starts a new decade also. So that's another important thing. It's a new decade. So what has occurred in the past 10, there's going to be a new 10 that starts. And if you want things to happen positively for you in this next decade, you really, really, really need to level up. You need to change that focus. And just know that, man, I wish I could just tell you guys so much. There's just, you are divinely protected. And the angels are always there to help us, okay? Your divine is always there. So call on him, her, and just know that it's all going to be okay. It's all good, all right? So that's what I have for you guys tonight with our Saturday night spiritual sit down. Again, happy holidays. Enjoy this season. It is beautiful. It is glorious. It is splendid for those of you who are in touch with your spirituality. Continue to bring light to this world. Share your gifts with others. Share your compassion and your love with others. And everybody, I just want to say it again. Everything is energy and everything is connected. So enjoy. Happy holidays. Toodles.